guys, I got my 2015 Silverado High Country 1500. Today we're going to be doing the leveling kit, 2.5 in the front. This is the spacer blocks right here. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so first you want to get the jacks at least situated on the frame and start taking the wheel off. You got a special lug nut for this one, and then you're going to use your 22mm socket for the regular ones, and then turn this one right here like that, and just take all the lugs out. Alright, once you get the wheel off, you want to take this 10mm nut right here off. You're going to use a 10mm socket, of course, and then you're going to take this one back here off. I already broke it loose, so it makes it easier. You just want to get them out the way and put them to this side. And put the screws right back once you pull it out. Saves you the hassle later to figure out where it is, which one it is. Just put them back in here, wherever you find it. And the same with that one. Alright, the next step is you take an 18mm socket. You're going to take off the brake, the actual like caliper. There's one, you can see right here, and there's one down here. You take them out and just place the caliper on the side. Alright, that worked. And once you get the caliper over there, we're gonna get the rotor off now. You're gonna take that little nut off that holds the rotor in. And it's a T30, and then I have a 1/4 socket. Take this off right here. Alright, so we got the rotor off. Now we're gonna flip this right here. We got the sensor needed off with a 5mm Allen key. Flathead and just pry this off. So what we're gonna start doing now is taking the tie rod off and doing all the suspension stuff. So what you need is a 21 socket. And then if anything, if it's stuck like this, what you're gonna do is hit this bracket right here. Do not hit this, because this will break. So, or don't even hit this for thread wise. Hit this and it'll just pop right up. Alright, so it's gonna take a lot of hits. It finally comes off. Put that to the side. So next we're gonna take care of the sway bar end link. Take that out. We're gonna use an opener 15 up top, and then a socket at the bottom of it. It's gonna turn the socket and it's gonna come right out. So up next, we're taking off the upper control arm. It's a 15mm nut right here. You're gonna use an opener. Break it loose, but don't take the nut all the way off. Afterwards, you're gonna hammer it right here, and on this side, so it pops up. But you want it to catch it right here. Make sure it doesn't fall. And then once it does, then we'll pry it up and everything. So we broke it loose. Now we can just pry it from the top of the upper control arm on the spring, and push it down. You don't want to push this back too much, so you can stay like that. Alright, next step is we're going to take the strut out, and it's these two nuts right here, but it's on the bottom. Right over there. 1 and 2. And they're 15mm sockets. Just unbolt those. Once you bust that loose, then we're gonna go to the top. We got some wires up there we gotta take off with the flathead screwdriver. Just gonna like go under and pry it up. There you go. Once those are out the way, you're gonna start using an open end 18. Or this is Kuzisaka, you're just gonna take one. You got one right here, two, and the third one's right there. I'll take those out and then the strut should just fall out. Alright, so once you get the 3 bolts up top, put that on, pull it out. There we go. Alright, so we got the strut, we got the lift, or whatever you want to call this. What we're going to do now is just literally slap it on the top. Line the lines up. That's not right. Go to the next one. There we go. That's what you're gonna do. Slap that on, and they give you a nut and washers. So you slap it on there. It only fits one way. You have to just keep on turning until they actually fall in place. And then what you do is you put a washer first. Then you put these locking nuts, glue up top.
Where's your daddy?
Right here. And then you put that one in there. Put that one. And then the socket for mine are 17s. So you just put it. Yes, ma'am. Alright, you're actually gonna need a deep socket 17 because those nuts are pretty long. Just gonna tighten them down little by little until it sits right, and then just tighten it all the way down. Alright, once you get it in, start putting the top nuts in, the 18 millimeters up top, the 3 of them, and then put the wires back in. Alright, next is to put these back in the bottom. You might have to wrestle with it a little bit. It's a pain, but they go in. Easiest way to get those bolts in is use a pry bar. Just line the bolts up and let them go in freely, and then push them in. Alright, once you get that situated at the bottom, you want to jack up the whole assembly and line this up. You're going to pry it. So you can just push it in. I got one here, but I'm going to jack it up more, get that first nut in, and then push the bolt all the way in. Alright, so once you get the nut on there, with a few threads, just going to keep on threading it on until it gets tight, then just pry it down a little bit more. Tight. There you go. Wiggle a little bit, trying to move it around. Alright, now that we got the top, the upper control arm on, we're going to do this one. Right here, 21. Put it up, and then we're gonna pry it right here, under here, if it keeps on spinning. Once you get that on, then we're gonna go and restart this brake line right here. So what you wanna do is bracket up top, this bracket, and then run it through this hole, and then use that 5 Allen key. Once you get the lines connected, and remember, take that bolt and put it back in the rotor, and then you're gonna use. We're going to put the caliper on. I'm going to take these big bolts, go right here again, 1 and 2, put the caliper on, and then we're going to do the sway bar. Alright, once you put that back in, you should be good to go. You just need to get alignment for sure. Go to your local alignment shop and just get it all aligned. This is one side, you still got another side to do. Best of luck. So this is the finished product right here. See the spacer right there.
Done.
Looks way better.